Hi, we are about to start a new series, one that I personally really like. The episode begins by showing the Daoei residence, a place where there is no magic. Here, people must cultivate Daoqi energy to strengthen themselves, and cultivators often fight against one another. In this world, strength determines everything. The cultivation system in this village has multiple levels, which we will learn about in the upcoming episodes, so no need to rush. At the start of the episode, we are taken to Ghost City, where we see the training grounds of the Xiao family. Several children are standing before a pillar to have their cultivation levels tested. Just then, the inspector calls out the name of the next person in line. The moment his name is announced, the other children start whispering among themselves. How is he here? Does he even have the guts? They mock him and insult him, but among them stands someone who is deeply angered by these words. When the inspector calls out his name again, he finally gathers the courage to step forward. Everyone watches as he approaches the pillar, feeling the immense pressure of their gazes. Just then, his cousin taunts him from behind. Haha, go ahead. Make a fool of yourself in front of everyone. Despite the humiliation, he clenches his fists and keeps moving forward. He finally reaches the pillar and extends his hand to test his cultivation level. Meanwhile, in the main hall of the Zhao residence, an intense conversation is unfolding. The Zhao family patriarch is arguing with members of the Jia family, his face filled with rage. Why do you always go around troubling people? He demands. Jia Li scoffs, leaning back with a smirk. Money is power. If you're poor, that's not our fault. Honestly, you people should just leave this place out of shame. Zhao Jian slams the table. Enough of your nonsense. The scene shifts as an invitation card is revealed. One of the family leaders holds it up and announces. This is the marriage contract for my son, Jagran. Hearing Jagran's name, both leaders are visibly shocked. Wait, isn't he the same boy who started cultivating at the age of 4? By 10, he had already reached the Daoqi nascent realm, and by 11, he broke through to an even higher level. A true genius, one of them mutters. As they read the contract, their expressions grow more serious. According to the agreement, Jagran is set to marry Nalan Plan, a girl from a powerful clan. The leader of Cross City frowns. When was this marriage arranged? He asks. It's a family matter, comes the curt response. There's no need for outsiders to concern themselves with it. But whispers spread throughout the hall. Isn't Nalan Plan a disciple of the Union sect? The Union sect may be far from Bhutan City, but if they choose to interfere, they could be a major threat to our family. Not to mention, Nalan's master is a Union seclusion master. If she truly aligns with them, our family will be doomed. Tension fills the air, but in contrast, the Jia family members erupt in laughter. They seem pleased with the unfolding chaos. Scene change. Back at the training grounds, the young boy Xiao Yan places his hand on the testing pillar to measure his cultivation energy. The glowing symbols on the pillar reveal his level Daoqi, 3-star level. The crowd around him falls silent for a brief moment before breaking into laughter. 3-star level? That's ridiculously low. Among all the children here, he's the weakest. Someone scoffs. Xiao Yan is an embarrassment to the Jia family. If he weren't the clan leader's son, he would have been kicked out long ago. Xiao Yan clenches his fists, his face burning with humiliation. His heart sinks further as he hears his own fiancée, Jamie, being called next for testing. As she walks past him, he hesitantly asks, "Do you hate me because of my weak cultivation?" Jamie doesn't respond. Her silence is enough. Xiao Yan lowers his gaze, feeling dejected. Just as he turns to leave, a gentle voice calls out to him. It's Ria, someone who had always supported him. Don't worry, Xiao Yan, she says softly. Things will get better soon. Before he can respond, the inspector speaks up. Next Junior's turn. Junior, who had been holding Xiao Yan's hand until now, gently lets go and turns to him with a reassuring smile. Wait for me, Xiao Yan. I'll be back soon. With that, she walks toward the testing pillar to measure her cultivation level. The moment her results appear, the crowd erupts in shock. Unbelievable. She's the strongest among all of us. Everyone is stunned by Junior's exceptional power. But while the others celebrate her talent, Xiao Yan's heart sinks deeper. He forces a smile and congratulates her. Congratulations, Junior. I guess I don't deserve you anymore. Dark clouds suddenly gather overhead, and the rain starts pouring. The scene shifts to the Jia family's mansion, where the marriage contract is being returned. Just then, a group of people arrives at the residence, and at the center of them is Nalan Plan herself. She gracefully steps forward and greets Jia Zhan, the head of the Jia family. There's no need to be so formal, she says with a polite smile. After all, we will soon be family. But her expression suddenly turns serious. One of her attendants steps forward, carrying an ornate box. Inside is a Daochi cultivation pill, a rare and powerful item. You don't need to be so hesitant, Nalan continues. Please, accept this Daochi cultivation pill. The entire hall falls into stunned silence. Both the Jia and Zhao families are shocked. A Daochi cultivation pill. That's an incredibly rare and precious treasure. With this, one's cultivation can break through barriers. But if they fail, their cultivation might regress or even be completely destroyed. Despite the risk, Nalan Plan guarantees a 100% success rate. However, Xiao Zhan hesitates and shakes his head. I can't accept such a priceless gift. It wouldn't be right. Nalan's lips curve into a knowing smile. This pill isn't for free, she says. In return, I want to cancel my engagement to your son. Her words strike like thunder, and Xiao Zhan's face goes pale. The entire room is frozen in shock. Xiao Zhan clenches his fists. Nalan Plan, how can you do this? But Nalan remains unfazed, her posture radiating confidence. She looks directly at him and speaks with a sharp tone, I know exactly what I'm doing. That's why I'm offering you the Daochi cultivation pill in exchange. I believe its value far exceeds that of your son. Just then, more members of the Zhao family arrive, eager to witness the spectacle. The tension in the room thickens as whispers spread among the onlookers. Xiao Zhan glares at her. I don't think the Union sect's second master would agree to this. A sly smile appears on Nalan's face. I've already secured his permission. That's why I'm here today. She crosses her arms and declares, besides, why would I marry someone useless? Why should I ruin my life by being tied to someone so weak? This engagement should be cancelled immediately. She signals toward a mysterious man beside her. He steps forward, his unusual clothing and powerful aura instantly silencing the room. In a flash, he releases a surge of energy, sending a powerful shockwave through the hall. The sheer force of his presence makes many tremble. Xiao Zhan's heart pounds. Is she trying to intimidate me into submission? He wonders. How low can she sink? Nalan's voice rings out again, sharp and unwavering. I don't care what happens. This marriage will be cancelled. Before she can say another word, a sudden voice interrupts her. Enough of your nonsense. The entire hall turns toward the source. It's none other than Xiao Yan. He steps forward, his expression fierce. His voice cuts through the tension. Do you even realize what you're saying? Do you know what consequences this will bring? He then walks straight up to Nalan, his heart racing, but his face calm. Gathering all his courage, he smiles at her. So, your Nalan Plan? He asks casually. She tilts her head, unimpressed. And you must be Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan smirks. Don't you think I'm at least a little handsome? Nalan scoffs. Handsome. She crosses her arms. I don't care about that. You're still useless. Honestly, looking at your face, I almost feel pity. Her eyes narrow as she continues, that's why I'm making you an offer. I'll give you 3 techniques for cultivation, and in return, I'll personally recommend you for advanced training. The entire hall falls silent for a moment. The weight of Nalan Plan's words shocks everyone present. 3 cultivation techniques. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The elders standing behind Xiao Yan exchange glances. Their greedy eyes lock onto the Daochi cultivation pills, realizing that if they obtain them, their family will gain immense power. They won't have to bow down to anyone in the city ever again. One elder smirks. Miss Nalan Plan has brought us a wonderful proposal. If we break off this engagement, our Zhao family will rise above all others. But before he can continue, Xiao Yan speaks up. Don't get ahead of yourself, he says coldly. His expression remains calm, but his eyes burn with determination. Don't celebrate too soon. I've already decided what to do. Nalan raises an eyebrow. Oh? And what have you decided? Xiao Yan takes a deep breath and smirks. I'll marry you. The room erupts in shock. Murmurs spread through the crowd like wildfire. But then, he continues, I'll divorce you. The air grows thick with tension. Nalan's expression darkens, but before she can respond, the man standing beside her steps forward. It's Pei Ling, one of the most powerful figures in the city. For those unaware, Pei Ling is a force to be reckoned with. He's been holding back his strength all this time, but now, he's ready to strike. With a flick of his wrist, he unleashes a powerful attack, aiming straight for Xiao Yan. But Xiao Yan is ready. He activates a mysterious technique, blocking the attack at the last second. The entire hall shakes from the impact. Everyone grows tense, sensing that a battle is on the verge of breaking out. The two sides stare each other down, ready to fight at a moment's notice. Nalan takes a deep breath and smirks. Fine. If things have come to this, then I'll give you 3 years. The entire hall falls silent again. 3 years from now, she continues, you'll face me in battle. If you lose, you must agree to the marriage cancellation. Xiao Yan clenches his fists. But, she adds, her eyes glinting, if I lose, then I will become your servant. Gasps ripple through the crowd. This isn't fair, someone shouts. There's no way he can grow strong enough in just 3 years. Xiao Yan's face turns pale. He knows that this is an impossible challenge. But Xiao Yan? He simply smiles. I accept. And with that, the deal is sealed. To be continued. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.